If someone asked me to explain what it's probably like fighting Cain Velasquez, I'd guess it's similar to being in the cage with a bear. Not to mention a bear that has unlimited cardio. Everyone loves Stipe, justifiably so. If you're the kind of person that has a problem with Stipe, you're probably the kind of person that likes watching the Young Bucks wrestle, and I'm afraid that there's absolutely no hope for you. But while Stipe has more than earned the moniker of heavyweight GOAT, if I had to say who the best heavyweight I've ever seen inside the cage, it's Cain Velasquez. Cardio Cain went on a blood-soaked rampage through the heavyweight division during his day, collecting soul after soul. Fighters were often never the same after fighting him. Junior Dos Santos got the KO over Cain in the first fight, after which Cain proceeded to put him through 10 rounds of hell, landing a combined 484 strikes, 13 takedowns, and racking up over 31 minutes of control time on the ground. My God. If you want the perfect example of a Cain Velasquez fight, the Bigfoot Silva fights are a good place to go. Work rate, super technical striking, ground and pound, the mat looking like something out of a horror movie. It is everything you're looking for. I'd call Cain the rabid Wolverine. It feels fitting, but unfortunately that name has been taken. The whole Cardio Cain thing wasn't just an ironic nickname like King Bobby Green.
You're looking at the current king, Ariel. You're interviewing the current king.
Cain had the best condition in heavyweight history. Fighter after fighter stepped up with the strategy of, quote, weathering the storm. Surely a heavyweight can't continue at this kind of pace for 5 full rounds. Lo and behold, we're in round 5 and you're so exhausted and beat up that having your guillotine counted results in you spiking your head on the canvas. God damn, Cain, what did JDS do to you, man? Unlike BJ Penn, Cain will actually go to the death.
To the death. Is George St. Pierre a great fighter? Yeah, he's a great fighter, but he's a quitter.
Body. The beating that he's taken from St. Pierre, the pressure. It's all over! Wow.
If I mentioned untapped potential and asked you what fighters come to mind, I'm sure there's a ton of answers you could give me. Zabit, TJ Grant, Chris Holdsworth. Thanks, TJ.
No truth to it?
None whatsoever.
You are a liar.
King Mo. Nick Diaz lost 5 years of his career. Hell, even Conor if he didn't fall in love with, the good stuff. I don't think Cain Velasquez would come to mind for a lot of people, but here's why I think he should. In terms of high-level fighters, he's arguably the most injury-prone fighter of all time.
You're taking everything I work for, I'm gonna fight your
He probably spent more accumulated time injured than he did in fight camps. Shoulders, knees, back. He was pulled from the Verdum rematch because he was having trouble standing for longer than 10 minutes at a time.
The biggest kettlebell made, 203 pounds.
Yeah, I wonder why the guy was always hurt. Complete mystery. And despite having enough hardware in him to legally be considered a cyborg, Cain has still managed to carve out a legacy as, at very worst, the second best heavyweight of all time. I'm sure many of you are familiar with Dominic Cruz's story. Despite losing years of his prime to injury, he's still undoubtedly the bantamweight GOAT. Miss me with that Aljo nonsense. Dom would have made him look stupid. I've always found Dom and Cain's stories to share a lot of similarities. But with all due respect to Stipe, to Verdum, to DC, and to the last emperor himself, if I had to tell my future kids who the best heavyweight I've ever seen is, there's only one answer. Cain Ramirez Velasquez.